Was Richard Brodigan as the subject, and the biographical details of his life are some of them I used to talk about the artist's role in society, the relationship between art and creativity and the mundane. Brodigan, if you know his work at all, wrote 4 really great books in a period of about 18 months, and then a lot of unfortunately really mediocre books, as he also gave way in his life to various addictions until he killed himself in 1984. But what was fresh and new and interesting, at least in the 60s, about Brodigan was he brought a counterculture sensibility to the use of surrealism in his poems and in his novels. So I'll read a couple of these. This one's called Zig Zagging Down Lombard Street. Richard Brodigan's sadness goes down smooth as hot buttered rum. It flushes his veins with quicksilver and blossoms into multicolored tattoos of flowers and butterflies and peace symbols. Under a black light, his skin glows like a phosphorescent algae bloom on the Sea of Japan. Once upon a moonless night, he swims to Alcatraz, accompanied by foghorns and drunken sailor shanties. The ghosts of death row prisoners blaze in memory of their executions. The ghost of Governor Pat Brown offers no clemency. Nevertheless, 13 sea lions hail taxis and ride them to the top of Russian Hill, where they bark love poems to unrequited tourists zigzagging down Lombard Street. And maybe one more of these, also based on a kind of a prank that Brodigan did in the mid-60s. It's called Parable of the Seed Packets. Richard Brodigan gives away seed packets on the street corners of San Francisco. Seed packets with his poems printed on the envelope under the title, "Please Plant These Poems." Carrots, Shasta daisy, squash, lettuce, parsley, sweet alyssum, and a mixture of California wildflowers. So you see, you can eat Richard Brodigan, or you can just admire his colorful and fragrant beauty. Some of the seeds fall upon concrete where they roll down the steep hillsides and into the bay and out under the bridge and into the swift currents of the great Pacific, where they are lost to us forever, but food for some sad creature of the deep. And some of the seeds are planted in hip pockets or macrame purses or knapsacks and sprout only much later as sweet welcome home kisses or hot soup and sourdough lunches or guitar picking verses. And some of the seeds are taken up by whiffs of thick fog blowing in off the bay and carried over land far and wide, taking root in soil containing the rich bone meal of mastodons and ancient sharks and your sweet Aunt Betsy from Pike. They grow willy-nilly and provide shade from the heat of the day and comfort in the loneliest part of the night. Seeds, packets of seeds. Richard Brodigan gives away packets of seeds and poems on the street corners of San Francisco, 1967. So there are 24 of those poems, all more or less loosely using biographical details from Brodigan's life. Really, it's just an excuse for whatever's on my mind.